Hi, I'm Cathy Thomas, and with me today will be Jeffery Boullt, Executive Chef at Social in Costa Mesa. He cures and smokes meat to perfection, but today he turns his talents to irresistible vegetables. Welcome, Chef.
Thank you.
Roasting vegetables makes them so delicious.
We all grew up like eating cauliflower, just getting blanched, and then just put on a plate and you're expected to like that. But once you experience roasted cauliflower or broccoli on the charcoal on the barbecue, it's a completely different experience.
So delicious. I can hardly wait. You're going to show us a great dish, and let's get started.
I find myself in the fall and winter cooking a lot more and just longer processes. In the spring and summer, the ingredients pretty much do all the work for you.
Right.
So first we have asparagus, beautiful rainbow carrots.
Aren't they gorgeous?
One of my favorite ingredients are sugar snap peas.
Sugar snap peas.
Also on a bias cut is great to garnish salads with. Morel mushrooms. These are fresh, these are not rehydrated, but in this recipe you can also use any kind of mushroom you like.
Right, so I could just use button mushrooms if that's what I had.
Chanterelles, anything.
They'd be delicious.
Spring onions. I'm just taking a head of garlic and just slicing it in half.
All right.
So I'm gonna dress these. So I have beautiful California olive oil, kosher salt.
So you're giving that a good toss, and the best way to do it is with nice clean hands, and that's the way to go.
I like to finish it off with a little bit of pepper.
And it's interesting that you don't put these directly on the sheet pan. You're putting them on a grid,
Yes.
on a rack that's set in the sheet pan.
I want that to be done because that's gonna give me an even cook. Depending on what time of year it is, some of the vegetables may have a little more water than others. So there could be a specific recipe, but as of right now, maybe the sugar snap peas will cook a little faster than the carrots. Maybe, so it's just, I like to set an 8-minute timer, 6-minute timer, and just kind of, just baby them a little bit.
That's
they deserve
right.
it,
And remove them as they get to the place you want them.
Exactly.
Into a preheated oven?
Preheated oven.
Okay.
While those are in the oven, this is a sauce that I use for everything. I use it for fish, I use it for vegetables, I use it for poultry. I just love the bright flavors. Now what makes this different is actually dicing the Meyer lemons as a whole. It was interesting to me when I first saw it because I didn't know that this could actually be done. And I'm just making a nice little dice.
So you're using rind and flesh.
Everything. At the restaurant, I use these all the time. So this can be done in the food processor also.
Good.
So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna start a base.
Garlic and anchovies.
A little bit of salt, a little bit of oil. I'm just gonna kind of break this down. Mint, parsley, lemon juice. And if you notice, I'm not adding salt or pepper right now because the anchovy is pretty salty.
Right.
And
the
capers.
capers are salty too.
Yes. We're kind of making a rough paste. It's not smooth like a puree. We're actually making it pretty rustic.
Right, so if you were using a food processor, you'd want to pulse it on and off.
That's it.
So that you weren't pureeing, you were just chopping, finely chopping.
Exactly. Slowly. Keep on adding some oil. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna feed this right to the bowl, the Meyer lemon.
I just can imagine this on a beautiful piece of fish. So our beautiful roasted vegetables are out of the oven. Can I do these in advance?
You can. And also too, you might want to consider if you're entertaining, this can also be treated like a meze or something. You can do it ahead of time. These can be served room temperature as well.
Terrific. And how about the salsa verde?
I mean, this can be, if you can make this ahead of time, and if you need to store it, this will keep good for about 3 days. As long as there's oil packed in there, you're gonna keep that vibrant green color. And if you keep it in the fridge, it's gonna look great.
Delicious. Let's plate it up.
I really love the different colors.
And I love how you're weaving them on the plate.
We're gonna take this beautiful sheep's feta. And then after this, Aleppo pepper. This is where all the love comes. See, that's gonna give you your citrus high notes. You're gonna have all the warm earth from the vegetables. You have a little bit of the kick from the Aleppo pepper, and the nice creaminess from the feta.
This is gonna be my warm weather dish, Chef. Thank you so
wonderful.
much.
Thank you. I had a great time.
Here's a quick tip from Melissa's. Roasting cauliflower with a little olive oil and some garlic makes it irresistible. Start by cutting the cauliflower into florets, and I think the easiest way to do it is to cut it in half, cut it in half again, and then just simply cut the cores out. And then you want to cut it into maybe 1 to 2 inch pieces. Okay, and now for the garlic. You want to start by blanching the garlic for, about 20 to 30 seconds in boiling water. If they're fairly large, you can cut them in half lengthwise, like so. Now you want to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You can do this in a bowl if you like, but it saves time to do it just on the rimmed baking sheet that you're going to use to roast them on. And then this is ready to go into a preheated 450-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And I like to give them a nice stir about halfway through, turning them over so they get nice and crusty and caramelized on both sides. Look at this beautiful cauliflower out of the oven. It's all beautifully caramelized. I'm putting some freshly ground black pepper on the top and a little bit of kosher salt. It is good hot, cold, or at room temperature. Trust me, it's delicious. The fruit and vegetable aisles are filled with so much potential. Try something new. Have an adventure.